Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. At the end of the day, I'm not going to say I like this new Keith Thurman or whatever the case may be. To me, two things is going on with Keith Thurman. Either Keith Thurman is feeling the effects of, well, a lot of people, with the Razor Ramona, lack of funds or decreasing of funds. If you catch my drift, no, I'm not pocket watching. But at the end of the day, it's been confirmed by a lot of Hollywood people and boxers saying that they need to get back to work, or they gonna be working at Home Depot or Coors Beer or Budweiser or Walmart. And to be honest with you, I ain't got nothing to say. I would never make fun of somebody like that. So here's the thing. Now all of a sudden you getting this truthful Keith Thurman. Now all of a sudden Keith Thurman is starting to keep it 100. Now Keith Thurman is basically came clean, which we already knew, that basically he had plenty of opportunity to get some big fights, and he thought he was too big for his britches. He went straight Hollywood Hulk Hogan. And now Keith Thurman is on the outside looking in. Basically all you know what I'm saying? It's like now Keith Thurman sort of like them, Keith Thurman is the dude where everybody is chilling, you know what I'm saying, hanging out at the club and shit, and basically the club is filled to capacity and Keith Thurman can't get in. Basically, how they had that last dude before they said, all right, we can't break the fire code, so you can't get in. And that's basically what's going on with Keith Thurman. He can't get into the club because at the end of the day, the last couple of people got in. You see this club now that's going on. Possibly you got Bud Crawford in the VIP room, but it appears nobody don't want to go in there because all you do is hear excuse after excuse why people can't get in the ring with Bud. But then they had the audacity to try to critique his resume and shit when he's tried to get those fights. Like I said, nobody paid attention when I said that Keith Thurman was offered a fight with Bud. Nobody paid attention when I said that Danny Garcia was offered a fight with Bud. And both of them admitted that they was offered a fight with Bud. But that went on, people got tone deaf because they wanted to believe that it was one person's fault and one person's only fault why certain fights wasn't happening. They wanted to blame it on the white man, and by no stretch of the imagination, I'm taking up for who. No stretch of the imagination, but at the end of the day, you got to come with facts. So now, like I said, Keith Thurman finds himself in an odd position. Like, hey, I need to get up in this club. I need to find a way to get up in the club, even though it's to capacity. But like I said before, when people was calling his name, all of a sudden Keith Thurman was hollering about people need to get belts. They ain't did enough, and this fight ain't got to be bigger. It needs to marinate. Now all of a sudden, since he lost both of his belts, one in the ring, and then one due to lack of activity, now all of a sudden Keith Thurman don't have no legit bargaining chip. He has nothing to bargain with. And then due to the fact he may not be able to get a big marquee fight due to the fact that he lost his last fight. Even though you can make an argument that he did enough to win that fight, but a L is a L. Officially, he has a loss on his record. And he lost to, a future Hall of Famer. Some people would call a boxing legend. Some people consider one of the greatest of all time. I don't. But at the end of the day, he lost to that guy. So do I feel sorry for Keith Thurman? Not really. Not really. Because like I said, people came knocking on his door, he didn't answer. He had all these high-end demands, and this dude was talking like he was Floyd Mayweather. You were never Floyd Mayweather, Keith. You wasn't even, to be honest with you, you wasn't even Roger Mayweather. But all of a sudden, You sitting up here acting like you the king of the hill. And you wasn't. You wasn't even a prince. You was just a dude. You know what I'm saying? You was just a dude on the staff. And then you let, Errol Spence would have been a great fight 2 years ago, man. But you act as if you was too good for the fight. So now all of a sudden, Keith, you can't get into the club, man. Now you still got people talking about, now all of a sudden, you still got this, elite club at welterweight. You got, like I said, Keith, you standing by the door seeing if security gonna eventually let you in. But you got, you got Buzz sitting in the VIP room. But, what I'm saying, in the club, you got Danny Garcia. You got Sean Porter. You got Errol Spence. You got Manny Pacquiao. So, at the end of the day, Keith, like I said, man, you let time pass you by. You had chances to make moves, and you didn't do it. So now, it's looking bad for you. Now, there is something you can do. Possibly you could call Al Heyman. You could say, hey, Al, I'm willing to fight Adrian Broner. Now, Adrian Broner is demanded $10 million to come out of retirement, or he gonna become a full-time rapper. But at the end of the day, basically the only thing Keith Thurman can do is sit up and wait for possibly another solid name like Josito Lopez. Maybe he can get another tune-up fight. And Keith Thurman needs a KO in his next fight. And he needs a dominant performance. He really do. Or at the end of the day, if there's a rematch with Danny Garcia may be the favorite. If there's a rematch with Sean Porter may definitely be the favorite. Manny Pacquiao already said he not going that direction because he took too much punishment in that fight. Errol Spence, I think Errol Spence is still interested in that fight, but at the end of the day, Errol Spence is really nothing for Errol Spence to win if he beats Keith Thurman now. It's no belt on the line, and it's no undefeated, it's no O on the line. So basically you would be just another, opponent for Errol Spence. So I don't think Errol Spence would take that fight like in a heartbeat. He would probably only take it if it was a last resort. But Errol Spence, we'll see what happens with him, because it appears Errol Spence may take a tune-up fight. Then he may go to Danny Garcia, which I think is smart. But anyway, let me know what you think. This is your boy Town Biz. I am out.